So I saw your follow-up video, and while I can understand your point, and certainly someone who's never had a certain experience probably can't understand it as fully as someone who has. Um, the thing is, as human beings, we don't have to rely on just our own experience. And I think we can think rationally about things, even if we've never actually experienced them. I'm not saying that I'm any kind of an expert or anything like that. And the point of my last video was not to try to argue that sex before marriage was inherently evil or wrong. I think that it's a personal decision that everyone makes. What I was trying to argue was that that men have more willpower than you give them credit for. I know this is true because I have several close friends who did wait till marriage to have sex, and since they've been married, even though they've been attracted to other women, they've been completely loyal and completely faithful. And if they were to hear your statement that a man is only as loyal as his options, I think they would strongly object. It's not just me, it's people I know, people who do have experience in this area. And the other thing is, even if that is true, even if most men are not very loyal, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be, or that they can't be. I really think a lot of it has to do with your own values. If you place a high value on loyalty, then you will be loyal. And if you don't place such a high value on loyalty, you place a higher value on experiencing, sex with new people. If that's your value system, then you won't be. I really don't think there's any reason a man can't be loyal if that's his value system. And plus, I think a lot of these problems could be avoided if people would just be more honest with each other. There are even people that go to the far end of the extreme that have open relationships where they're married but they say, you can have sex with anyone you want to. And I don't fully understand that, but there are some people who do that. And I do still hold that good sex can be learned, even though I don't have experience there. It seems like all of the advice columns that I've read, the people who I know say that.
As an example, there is a book, Sex is Perfectly Natural But Not Naturally Perfect, by Sue Johansson, that delves into this issue. So here's the thing. I would say, based on just what I've read and the people that I know, that if two people are mutually attracted to each other, there's chemistry going on there, and they both are completely sexually functional, then they can learn how to have good sex if they are open to new ideas and willing to learn. I can't think of one example of two people who had a mutual attraction that both were sexually functional and yet were unable to learn how to have good sex. Now, if you can think of an example of somewhere where that happened, then you could pretty easily prove me wrong.